Hi everyone! Today I am going to talk about my experience during the pandemic time. It was a hard time for me, my family, and I think also for almost the rest of the world. I will say the most boring time of the day when we used to be at home, with no possibility to go out because the quarantine and restriction was definitely during of the middle of the day or after lunch, when there was nothing else to do that some workout, watch a TV show, a movie or something similar. In the beginning, I used to enjoy that the time because it was refreshing, but after a few weeks, it was stressful because it was really monotonous. I used to go to the cinema with my family and my brother frequently. I also used to go to the tea zone and enjoy tasting different kinds of food and restaurants. However, I would say my favorite activity that I used to do, which gave me a lot of happiness, was walking. It doesn't matter if it was in my neighborhood or even in a park. When the pandemic came to our country, it was so hard for me to stop doing the thing and enjoy it the most. All the activities that I used to do are because they make me feel good and happier after I finish them. To be really honest with you, I am not kind of woman that used to stay all the day watching social media. Actually, I just use WhatsApp to talk with my friends, boyfriend, family, and the people from my work. So, all the activities that I do, they are the result of my own decision. I think it's important to share my time with the people who I love the most. But at the same time, I love to spend my time with myself, loving myself, making self-reflection, and hanging out with myself, which I think is important to increase the self-love and feel happy from who I am. So I spent during the pandemic half of the activity with my parents and my brother, like playing board games, listening to music, and watching some movies. But at the same time, I was alone in my bedroom, thinking about everything and this strange situation that was happening. As I said before, I'm not really a social person. So I used to be during the pandemic off of the media, spending my time with my family and alone. So I didn't used to share my activities with people from social media. By the way, before the pandemic, I was a person who used to talk with my boyfriend and a lot by messages. When the pandemic started, I just decreased the time of my cell phone and I use it a few times per day just to send some important message when it was necessary. Finally, I would say the pandemic was such a strange time when we changed our habit and way of thinking. It was an uncommon history that no one ever believed would have happened. But here we are, more than 3 years have passed since that, the world learned a lot, and I would say I didn't it too.